I just had a birthday and I thought I would make a video on what I got for my birthday. Got some really cool stuff. This is a tango version beluga. This is a Rovyvon A28 second generation flashlight. And this is a Klein stubby screwdriver. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, we'll talk about the Petrified Fish Beluga first. I've done a review on the beluga already, if you want to go back and look at that review. So I won't spend too much time on this knife. This is just a different version of it. This is a tango blade instead of the drop point blade. This has G10 scales instead of the micarta scales. And it has a black blade instead of the stonewash blade on the other one. And this black and red really go good together, really pops. It's a really beautiful knife. What can I say? These knives are just really awesome. I'll go over the specs on this really quick. And these are specs that I did myself. The blade I'm getting from this high point right here to the tip, I'm getting 3.5 inches. The handle from tip to tip, I was getting 4.75 inches. Overall, I'm getting 8 3/8 inches, or it looked like just a little bit longer than 8 1/4 inches. The thickness of the blade, online it says it's 3.9 millimeters. On my calipers I was getting 3.8. The handle thickness I'm getting 0.6 inches, and on my digital scale I was getting 5.9 ounces. And this G10, it almost looks like, you know, it has striations in it like wood. It's very smooth, and I love this fuller on this blade, and that point just comes down to a hypodermic needle point. I mean, you could check your blood sugar with that point. Really beautiful knife, and it's just as smooth as my other beluga. And it looks like the centering is spot on. Really beautiful knife. Okay, the next thing we'll talk about is this Klein stubby screwdriver. It's a really cool screwdriver. I know most people wouldn't want to EDC this, but I do, at least at work I do. What's cool about this particular screwdriver, the first thing is this, it telescopes. So it's got a couple of positions so you can get more reach. But this also comes, the shaft comes all the way out, and this will fit into an impact driver. This bit holder is impact rated. There's also a magnet in there that holds the bits. Now, another cool feature of the screwdriver is that it has extra bits in the handle, made by Klein. Okay, last but not least, we'll talk about the Rovyvon A28 second generation flashlight. This is everything you get in the box. You're going to get a USB-C charging cable. You're going to get an extra O-ring. You're going to get an extra rubber piece that covers the charging port, and a split ring in case you want to put it on your key ring. You get instructions, and you get a little warranty card. Okay, let's talk about the outside of the flashlight now. It has 2 stainless steel buttons. The top cap is stainless steel. The body is made of plastic, a clear plastic, which is kind of cool that you can see the circuit board in there. It has a stainless steel 2-way pocket clip, and on top of the pocket clip right here is a long magnet, so this will stick to metal surfaces. At the back of the flashlight, you have a little rubber gasket right here that covers the USB-C charging port, and you can also put a split ring on the back of this flashlight in case you want to carry this on your keys. Another feature about this that I can appreciate is these metal buttons. The metal ring around the buttons is slightly higher. I don't know if you can see that, but it's slightly higher than the button itself. And I carried this for the past week, and not one time did I accidentally turn the flashlight on while it was in my pocket. Okay, now we'll talk about the functions of the flashlight. The top button controls the front of the flashlight, and this bottom button controls the side lights. Now, to get into the regular flashlight mode, you double click really quick, and then you can just quick click to go through the various brightnesses. Turbo is 1,000 lumens, so this is for its size, this is a very bright flashlight. And then to turn it off, you just press it for ½ a second. If you want to go into moonlight mode, all you have to do is do a quick click, and you get a very soft light. Now, when you have the flashlight on, if you want to go into strobe and SOS, you have to triple click it really quick. 1, 2, 3. and that's strobe. And if you click it once really quick, it'll go into SOS. And to completely get out of these, you just hold it for half a second. The back button pretty much controls the side lights, but if you push and hold, it'll go straight into turbo. So I'm going to push and hold it, and it goes straight into turbo, which is really useful. And when you release it, it goes off. The side lights, if you click it once really quick, it'll go into like a white light, and it has two brightnesses, and the higher brightness is very bright, so you don't want to look at this. And you click it again, and you can stand this up, and it puts kind of a wide area light. Now the second light on the side is a red light, and to get that, you're going to double click the bottom button. You have a low red light, and you have a bright red light, and then you have an SOS for the red light, and you have this kind of like beacon red light, and it's very bright. Like if you broke down on the side of the road, you could use this magnet and stick it to your bumper, and people would see this from a ways off. And then to get out of the red light, you're going to hold for half a second. Now the third light it's really cool. It has a UV light. So to get to that UV light, you're going to triple click really quick. So 1, 2, 3. And this is the UV light. You can use them to detect if there's bodily fluids like blood or something on a surface that you can't see with a naked eye. But something I found out, things that glow in the dark, it'll like supercharge that kind of stuff. Like this is a little glow stick that goes on your key ring, and you can put this UV light on it, and that thing will really glow, as you can see. Another thing, like a lot of watches, the dial, you know, if you have it in the sunlight, it'll glow. And my watch right here, I'm going to charge it up with this UV light. You can see how that supercharged that material. I didn't know this, but in America, a $100 bill, one of the security features of it, see if you can see this, if you put a UV light on the back of it, there'll be a red strip that shows. So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know that before this video. I was just looking it up. When you have that UV light on, or any of the other lights, there's a material in the flashlight itself that will glow green. This is also waterproof. It's IPX8 rated. So I think you can completely submerge this up to a meter or two in water, and it should be okay. And this is probably the coolest flashlight that I own right now. Okay, to charge this flashlight, you just move that little rubber piece to the side, then you plug in a USB-C charging cable. And when it's charging, it'll be blue, but they call this a breathing blue. So you'll see it get dimmer and brighter, almost like the flashlight is breathing. And once it's fully charged, it'll turn green. I hope you enjoyed looking at these EDC items today. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And I hope everybody out there is doing well. And we'll see you next time.